Okay, I know I said that my YouTube career was over, but you got to check this out. Like, I guess you could say this is a video about the power of words, and um, and it's a trip. If um, if you supplant one word for another, in certain instances, it's very powerful. So, and the thing is, it's a trip how it works. Like when somebody describes something and then they say, well, I'm going to show you how it works. Like, at first you're like, you have a different idea of how it actually works. But check this out. If you notice something out of the ordinary that requires a little investigation, you refer to it as weird, and you'll never get to the bottom of it. You get a new program, because weird means wired, and it also means unwired, which suggests that you should be rewired, and that has to do with a new program. But if you say, oh, that's odd, then it's already predestined that you're going to get to the bottom of it. It might be in a week. It just depends on you. Like, and of course you can't just, up the fervency and say, I want my answer sooner, so I'm going to be super duper fervent. Like, everything is in moderation, and like, as far as like even health, like, you need to be doing a little bit of everything. You can't just work and work and work, and you'll burn out. So and if you burn out, it could be a disaster. You might have a certain mental idiosyncrasies that get exacerbated. It could lead to addiction, so it's nothing to play with. Here's the other thing. And I actually got this from an ASM artist. You wouldn't believe how smart she is. Like, I just had to be in awe. But in clinical terminology for these three conditions, you would normally be diagnosed with an illness, or to suggest that there's something wrong with you, and then medicated, right? And that's just that's just a boon for somebody making a car payment. But the term depressed, for as far as like people's mentalities, it doesn't exist. The term anxiety is not real, and the term what's it called, loneliness is not real. When you say that you're depressed, you actually are receptive. And when you say that you have anxiety, you detect space. And when you say that you're lonely, you just feel distance, and you can assess it. And okay, so you could see that it's important for you to know that, and it's also a game. If you don't know that, you'll be gamed, and it's not the point to correct anybody about this stuff. It's just to protect you. If you offer this information willfully to a psychologist, they're going to dismiss you because it's not their area of expertise, and so they have to be dismissive about other sciences. And I think that probably concludes the video. I don't really have a lot of examples. I come across things, and then they vacate, and I can't remember all the things to put together to make a video. Have you ever heard of H.P. Lovecraft? He said, I think it was in is it In the Mouth of Madness, maybe? As funny as it is, I kind of suspect that book to be kind of a cryptid, holistic a medical journal, inspired by a medical journal, because in the mouth of madness is mucus. As a matter of fact, all illnesses are just hidden mucus, or like the most recently tested was AIDS, and because it was the hardest place to locate the mucus, and it was in the skin. Okay, so it's like that's why people break out in hives and lesions, But he said something like the lack of the ability to recall all of the instances or examples of various points and things. I'm not getting the wording right, but he said that basically the lack of the ability to recall everything you need to state in order to convey a message could be the source of mercy. He didn't say it is. He just said it might be. Well, I don't know one way or the other. I just think that's interesting that he said that. And apparently I'm back, so yeah, I think well, yeah, that's it. See ya.